The suspense is about to escalate as Smoke and Mirrors kicks off its highly anticipated Season 3 this April. Picking up right where the drama left off, the intense twists and unpredictable turns are sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. Tandiswa's dark past catches up with her, and with the death of Caesar, secrets begin to unravel. As alliances shift and betrayal lurks in every corner, the stakes have never been higher. Will Tandiswa continue her pursuit of revenge, or will someone close to her betray her trust? Get ready for a month full of explosive drama, shocking confrontations, and characters who will do anything to stay on top. Stay tuned as we do justice to this breathtaking drama. Monday, the 14th of April 2025, marks the explosive premiere of Smoke and Mirrors Season 3 with Episode 1, a night that changes everything. Tandiswa stands over Caesar's lifeless body, her breath unsteady as reality sets in. She has done the unthinkable. The weight of her actions is momentarily eclipsed by the arrival of Patty, who, bound by duty, has no choice but to arrest her. Yet, even as the cold metal of handcuffs encircles her wrists, his quiet reassurance lingers: this will not be her end. As dawn breaks over Mnyamani, the news of Caesar's death spreads like wildfire, shaking Jackson and Martha to their core. His absence leaves a power vacuum, and the question looms: who will rise to claim his throne? On Tuesday, the 15th of April 2025, Episode 2 of Smoke and Mirrors intensifies as Tandiswa's mind races with worry, not for herself, but for what comes next. And Mpendulo, still seething from past wounds, becomes a ticking time bomb, and Tandiswa fears he may turn his wrath on Jackson. She turns to Sarkili, her voice edged with urgency, asking him to keep a close eye on Mpendulo before emotions spiral into something irreversible. Meanwhile, uncertainty looms over the town, and whispers of revenge begin to circulate, thickening the air with unease. By Wednesday, the 16th of April 2025, Episode 3 sees Pukati's suspicions sharpening as he turns his focus to Tandiswa. Confronting her directly, he demands the truth about Mteto's murder, but Tandiswa, ever calculating, shifts the suspicion to Jackson, her words carefully chosen to plant doubt in Pukati's mind. Elsewhere, Mandela walks into Caesar's office, only to find Jackson seated where the fallen king once ruled. The sight unsettles him. Jackson has wasted no time in claiming power, and the implications are unnerving. On Thursday, the 17th of April 2025, Episode 4 finds Tandiswa at a crossroads, surrounded by echoes of Caesar's rule as she begins to pack away his belongings. The past clings to her, refusing to loosen its grip, but Sarkili urges her to step away from vengeance, to leave Jackson alone, and to start anew. Yet, as she stares at the remnants of the man she killed, walking away seems impossible. By Friday, the 18th of April 2025, Episode 5 shrouds Mnyamani in fear as the mystery of Mteto's missing remains unsettles everyone. Tandiswa is soon confronted by Caesar's grieving family, their fury and accusations cutting into her like a blade. Meanwhile, in a stark contrast to the surrounding chaos, Petunia and Sarkili find themselves preoccupied with the exhausting demands of caring for the baby, a reminder that life moves forward even in the face of death. Come Monday, the 21st of April 2025, Episode 6 welcomes an enigmatic newcomer to the hotel. His striking presence draws immediate attention, particularly from Mamaki, whose curiosity is piqued. But before she can make a move, Martha steps in, introducing herself with the air of someone determined to uncover the man's secrets. And secrets, it seems, are exactly what he's hiding. On Tuesday, the 22nd of April 2025, Episode 7 delivers a grave mistake. Tandiswa, momentarily distracted, leaves Mpendulo alone in Caesar's study. A single impulsive act of theft follows, setting off a chain reaction that could have fatal consequences. Meanwhile, Sarkili and Petunia receive an envelope, its contents holding the power to alter the course of their future. By Wednesday, the 23rd of April 2025, Episode 8 sees Tandiswa asserting her dominance, declaring that Caesar's funeral will take place in Mnyamani, leaving no room for dispute. Her firm stance unsettles those around her, but she refuses to be swayed. Meanwhile, a relieved Sarkili exhales deeply upon discovering that the child he has been worrying about is not his. On Thursday, the 24th of April 2025, Episode 9 finds Martha aching for Jackson's presence, her longing pulling at old wounds. Mompendulo, determined to track him down, follows a lead from Mamiki, inching closer to finding the man whose absence has left a void. Meanwhile, Leroy advises Tandiswa to step away from the chaos surrounding Mateto's exhumed body, urging her to leave the investigation to the police. By Friday, the 25th of April 2025, Episode 10 delivers an unexpected confrontation as Jackson, unannounced and unwelcome, stands before Tandiswa. The tension crackles between them, but Jackson does not cower. He demands answers about Caesar's murder, his accusations heavy with intent. Tandiswa, unwavering, meets his challenge head-on, threatening to involve the police if he dares to push further. On Monday, the 28th of April 2025, Episode 11 throws Tandiswa and Jackson into a dangerous realization: they are not the only players in this deadly game. Accusations fly between them, each blaming the other for the desecration of Mteto's grave, but the truth is more chilling than either expected. A third force is at work, lurking in the shadows. Meanwhile, Mandla catches sight of someone familiar, Swaletu. The past may not be as buried as they once believed. By Tuesday, the 29th of April 2025, Episode 12 sees Tandiswa's plans for Caesar's remains taking shape. She agrees to his burial, but only on the strict condition that it happens in Mnyamani. A battle of wills looms as not everyone shares her conviction, but Tandiswa refuses to yield. Finally, on Wednesday, the 30th of April 2025, Episode 13 casts a long shadow over Mnyamani as Caesar's funeral brings a ghost from the past. Mandla, his suspicions burning hotter than ever, spots Swaletu once again and wastes no time in confronting him. Meanwhile, Impendulo's reckless behavior continues to spiral, leading to an explosive revelation. Funayana, unable to keep the secret any longer, exposes Impendulo for sleeping with a hotel guest. And that wraps up an explosive start to Smoke and Mirrors Season 3. With secrets unraveling, power shifting and danger lurking in the shadows, Mnyamani is set for a wild ride. If you don't want to miss a single twist, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always up to date. Want to support the channel? Join our membership, drop a super thanks to help us keep these updates coming, and don't forget, letting the ads play for at least 30 seconds goes a long way in supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow fans, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments. See you in the next episode.